Week 1 is in the books, and we're getting psyched up for what should be an epic second week of NFL football. Now, if you're new here at Touchdown Kingdom, please consider subscribing to stay up to date with all of the latest and greatest NFL content. As always, please like the video if you enjoyed, and most importantly, don't forget to give us your predictions for Week 2 in the comments section below. Without further ado, here are our predictions for the second week of the 2023 NFL season. The proud sponsor of today's video here on Touchdown Kingdom is BetUS. Now, if you haven't heard of BetUS, they are one of the leading platforms for online betting, offering a wide range of sports betting and casino games. They have an incredible variety of betting options on a ton of different sports. You can do so much on BetUS, including pregame bets, parlay live bets, and player prop bets. BetUS is offering a 125% sign-up bonus when you click the link in the description. For example, if you made an account and deposited $100, BetUS will give you $225 to play with on their site. For any questions, check out any of the BetUS customer support options through live chat, email, and phone support. So please visit BetUS, sign up using the link in the description, and start betting on your favorite sports and games today. Up first, we have the Vikings heading to Philadelphia to take on the Eagles. Now, both the Vikings and Eagles were in close-fought games last week. Philly managed to hang on and beat the Patriots, while the Vikings suffered a disappointing home loss to the Buccaneers. The Eagles are definitely the better team, but I do expect to see cleaner play from Kirk Cousins and the Vikings offense in Week 2. With that being said, the Eagles defense might be too much for Minnesota to overcome, and the Philly offense is not dealing with a defense like New England. Eagles win and cover 27-20. Now we're heading to Cincinnati, where the Ravens are taking on the Bengals. It was a brutal first game for Joe Burrow and the Bengals. They only managed to put up 3 points in what ended up being a 24-3 blowout by the Browns. Joe Burrow and the offense failed to generate any momentum throughout the entire game, and it was certainly not the product the fans wanted to see to start the year. The Ravens are coming off of a solid win against the Texans, in which Lamar Jackson didn't really have to do much in terms of throwing the ball. The Ravens' ground attack was solid, but the loss of running back J.K. Dobbins will certainly shake up the backfield. I expect the Bengals to come out firing after their slow start last week and get back on track by beating the Ravens. They can't afford 2 division losses in a row to start the year, and they know it. Bengals win, but Baltimore covers the spread 24-21. Moving on to the Seahawks and the Lions. The Seahawks are in a tough spot after losing their opener to the LA Rams. They're hitting the road to face a good Detroit Lions team that's well rested after beating the Chiefs last Thursday night. Jared Goff looked very good in his season opener and delivered rifle after rifle from the pocket. The Lions' defense was also impressive, holding the Chiefs to just 20 points and pressuring Patrick Mahomes consistently throughout the game. I expect Seattle to look a lot better than they did Week 1 against LA, but still like the Lions to win this one at home. Lions win and cover the spread 23-16. Up next, we have the Indianapolis Colts at the Houston Texans. Both the Colts and Texans are coming off of Week 1 losses and will be looking to bounce back here in Week 2. Both teams also feature rookie quarterbacks, C.J. Stroud for the Texans and Anthony Richardson for the Colts. At this point in their young careers, Stroud looks a bit more ready than Richardson in terms of being a pass-first QB. But Richardson's 6'4", 240-pound frame adds a dual threat to his game. I think these two young quarterbacks match up pretty well against each other, and I get the feeling that this game will be a battle of the two defenses. Which defense will be able to force more mistakes out of the rookie quarterbacks? I have a feeling it's going to be the Colts. Colts win and cover 20-17. Now we head down to Florida, where the Chicago Bears are taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Bucs upset the Vikings last week, while the Bears fell way short of competing with their division rival, the Green Bay Packers. The Bears still have a long way to go in terms of the development of Justin Fields and the offense as a whole, and their defense failed to make things difficult for Jordan Love in his debut as the Packers' starting quarterback. While the Bucs certainly aren't the best team in the world, I think they should have no issues beating the Bears at home. Todd Bowles' defense will make life difficult for Fields and the Bears. Bucs win and cover 25-16. Moving on to the Kansas City Chiefs at the Jacksonville Jaguars. The football world was shocked when the Chiefs lost their season opener at home to the Detroit Lions last Thursday night. Without star tight end Travis Kelce, the Chiefs' offense seems to be missing a spark. It also didn't help that some of the Chiefs' wide receivers forgot how to catch a ball. The Chiefs will definitely be looking to bounce back in Week 2 and avoid an 0-2 start in 2023. Unfortunately for them, the Jaguars came out firing in their season opener and put up 31 points against a decent Colts defense. Trevor Lawrence looked good, and it's clear that he's already established a great connection with his new wide receiver 1, Calvin Ridley. While it definitely seems crazy to predict the Chiefs to lose a second game in a row, I think the Jaguars are the better team without Travis Kelce in the lineup for the Chiefs. I expect the Jaguars to get a big win at home, 28-27. Moving on to the Green Bay Packers at the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons showed some offensive flashes in their Week 1 victory over Carolina. Rookie running back Bijan Robinson made his mark with a phenomenal first NFL touchdown, and second-year back Tyler Algier found the end zone twice. The passing attack for the Falcons still has some work to do, but Desmond Ridder did a great job of being a game manager in Week 1. Maybe that's all they need him to do when they have an elite young running back duo. Now on the flip side, the Packers also looked very good offensively last week against the Chicago Bears. This game has sneaky shootout potential written all over it. Jordan Love is better positioned for success with years spent behind Aaron Rodgers and some nice skilled position players of his own. I like the Packers to win on the road and cover the spread 30-24. Up next, we have the Raiders taking on the Bills. The Raiders hung on to beat the Broncos by just 1 point last week. Now, it wasn't the prettiest performance from Las Vegas, but they did get the job done nonetheless. The Bills just lost in brutal fashion to the Jets in overtime on Monday Night Football. Josh Allen played horribly, throwing 3 interceptions and also losing a fumble to the Jets defense. This Jets defense was all over Allen, sacking him 5 times as well. The Bills offense looked super lethargic in the season opener, but I do expect them to look much better at home in Week 2 against the Raiders. Josh Allen is definitely kicking himself after playing so badly against the Jets, and he'll be out for blood against the Raiders. Bills win and just barely cover the spread, 27-17. Moving on to the LA Chargers at the Tennessee Titans. Both teams are coming off of very close losses in Week 1. The Titans lost by just 1 to the Saints, and the Chargers by just 2 to the Dolphins. The Titans seem rather one-dimensional on offense, still relying heavily on Derrick Henry's prowess at running back. The Chargers have the ability to put up a crazy amount of points on almost anyone, as they put up 34 against Miami last week. I do expect Justin Herbert to have a big game and get the Chargers back on track. Chargers win and cover 28-20. Up next, we have the San Francisco 49ers at the LA Rams. Both of these NFC West rivals are coming off wins in Week 1, in which both teams put up exactly 30 points. Going into the season, everyone knew what the Niners' offense was capable of, but the Rams really shocked the world when they hammered the Seahawks 30-13 last week. Division rivals always tend to play each other pretty closely, and I think we can expect a close contest between the Niners and the Rams. Matthew Stafford managed to have a game without star wide receiver Cooper Kupp in the lineup, and that can only mean good things for the Rams' offense. That being said, the Niners are definitely the better team and are possibly the most complete team in all of football. The Niners win, but the Rams cover the spread 27-24. Now let's head southwest where the Giants are taking on the Cardinals. The Giants got embarrassed in a 40-0 loss to the Cowboys on Sunday Night Football. Lots of people think the Cardinals are the weakest team in the entire league, but they certainly looked better than the Giants in Week 1. That being said, this is an ideal bounce-back scenario for the Giants, who are definitely the better organization in 2023. Daniel Jones looked awful against Dallas, but he won't be facing an elite defense this week. The Giants should take care of business and get their season back on track. Giants win and cover the spread 24-17. Up next, we have the New York Jets at the Dallas Cowboys. The Jets won the battle but lost the war. They managed to beat the reigning AFC East champion Buffalo Bills in overtime on Monday Night Football, but it came at an immense cost. Quarterback Aaron Rodgers was carted off the field after just 4 plays, and the worst was confirmed. Rodgers suffered a torn Achilles, and his season is over before it really even got started. Such a brutal loss for Jets fans, especially looking towards a game against a Cowboys defense that just shut out the Giants. The Cowboys D might be the best in the NFL, and Jets backup quarterback Zach Wilson will definitely be in for a rough time. On the flip side, the Jets defense is elite as well, and could definitely make life difficult for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense. I think this will be a low-scoring defensive battle, but the Cowboys should come out on top against a Jets team that just lost their franchise player. Cowboys win, but the Jets cover 22-17. Moving on to the Washington Commanders at the Denver Broncos. Both the Commanders and Broncos looked pretty marginal in their season debuts. The Commanders hung on and beat the Cardinals by 4, while the Broncos lost by 1 to the Raiders. Neither offense looked particularly electric, but the Broncos have the advantage in terms of personnel. Russell Wilson might not be his old self, but he has the veteran experience over Washington's young quarterback Sam Howell. This game could either be a total snooze fest or a shootout, but I imagine it'll be a close one either way. I'll take the Broncos covering the spread at home, 25-21. Moving on to the Miami Dolphins at the New England Patriots. The Patriots managed to make it a game against the Eagles last week, but still fell short of the W. Meanwhile, the Dolphins won in the highest scoring game of the week. Tua Tagovailoa and Tyreek Hill could potentially become the most dangerous quarterback-wide receiver duo in the league. They certainly were last week. Now, it won't be a walk in the park against a solid New England defense, but I think the Dolphins will manage to pull out another win. The Patriots have the weakest roster in a tough AFC East division, and I think the Dolphins' offense will outduel Bill Belichick's defense. Dolphins win and cover 27-21. Up next, we have the New Orleans Saints traveling to Carolina to take on the Panthers. The Panthers fell way short of victory in Bryce Young's NFL debut and will be looking to bounce back against their division rival, the New Orleans Saints. The NFC South is wide open for the taking this year, and this matchup could give us a good look at how the division could potentially shake out down the road. The Saints' rushing attack is not the same without Alvin Kamara in the lineup, so Derek Carr will have to continue to air it out as he likes to do. I do like the Saints to win this one. I expect a big game from Derek Carr after just barely beating the Titans last week. Saints win and cover 26-16. Moving on to the final matchup of Week 2, the Cleveland Browns are traveling to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers on Monday Night Football. These two AFC North rivals were on opposite ends of the football spectrum last week. The Steelers got wrecked by the 49ers, while the Browns embarrassed the Bengals and got a huge division win to start the year. I do like the idea of the Steelers bouncing back at home during Monday Night Football, but unfortunately for Steelers fans, I don't see it happening. The Browns got off to a wicked hot start, have a short journey from Cleveland to Pittsburgh, and know the Steelers well. The Browns' offense has the chance to be one of the best in the league if Deshaun Watson returns to his former self and their rushing attack remains a huge threat like it currently is. I like the Browns to win and cover the spread 24-17. Alright guys, that wraps up another video here on Touchdown Kingdom. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, please smash that like button if you enjoyed, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any uploads. Most importantly, don't forget to leave your thoughts and predictions in the comments below. Thank you so much everybody, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.